A new all-time low has been reached in terms of sentiment in the market. For your information, Alpha Crypto reports that the sentiment around cryptocurrency is currently at its lowest and most unfavorable level since April. This is something that you should be aware of. Whenever it turns orange or red, this metric has been able to pinpoint local bottoms with a level of accuracy that is 90% accurate. To all those who are in possession of XRP, we extend a warm invitation to come back to the channel. As we get further into the week, we are going to look at the price of XRP as of the 4th of November, see what is going on, and of course, we're going to speculate on what we might be able to predict as we move forward. Again, as far as the broader market is concerned at this point, if you are a frequent viewer on the channel, you want some of my other updates, you guys know what's going on. Regardless of whether or not that is the case, you should be aware that we're going to talk about that in this update. That the cryptocurrency markets are currently going through a large pullback is something that you should be aware of so that you can witness for yourself, during the course of a single day only. Furthermore, when we start a new day, you are aware that the positive energy that has been building up during the day is continuing to accelerate at a rapid pace. Only a few currencies are currently trading at higher prices, but the majority of the market is currently trading at lower prices. At the same time, this is something that we want to be paying a great deal of attention to in this particular situation. It should be examined in accordance with a weekly schedule. As a point of reference, you should observe it on a monthly basis. There will be a pattern that is comparable that you will observe. When measured in US dollars, the price of XRP is currently $2.24, which represents a reduction of 7.2% from its previous value. When it comes to Bitcoin, the price has dropped by 4.3% since the beginning of the year. Bitcoin is currently valued at $134.7 billion, and the trading volume for the 24-hour period is $6.5 billion. The valuation of Bitcoin is currently at this level. In order to prevent everyone from jumping in and shouting, "Oh, it's down 7.2%, I would like for you all to take a look at the market as a whole at this precise moment. Additionally, it is essential to be conscious of what is taking place in each and every occasion. It is of the utmost importance that you do not, under any circumstances, make the mistake of losing sight of this particular facet. Before we go any further, however, I would want to issue a brief disclaimer. The content that is presented on this channel is not meant to be construed as financial advice in any way, shape, or form. If you are thinking about investing in cryptocurrencies, you should always make sure to do your own research and make sure you feel comfortable with the decision. Taking a look at the Fiore and Greed Index is something worthy of your attention. The Crypto Fiore and Greed Index witnessed a fall of 21 points on day 221, which indicates a shift toward acute fear based on the current market conditions. Gentlemen, as the proverb says, you could see for yourself how the market is behaving, and this does show that there is a tremendous degree of uncertainty across the board, regardless of whether you are holding XRP or not. Please take note of this. It does not matter whether you are in possession of HBAR or Solana, you're in possession. Regardless of the circumstances, either you or your cash are being affected, and this is the reason why your boy is affected. The cryptocurrency Bitcoin is something that CryptoZX never fails to acknowledge, and it is something that we are going to pay very close attention to in this update. This is because at the same time, it is going to provide us with a better idea of what we might be able to anticipate in terms of the price of XRP, as we move further into the week. Let's take a look at the flows of this exchange-traded fund, ETF. I would like to bring to your attention the fact that funds were taken out of the Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETF investment. In spite of this, I would like to draw your attention to Ethereum, specifically the Solana ETF, which has seen a total of 70.1 million inflows. Give that some time to sink in. In spite of the fact that Bitcoin and Ethereum are seeing a decrease in the amount of transactions, the new coin, known as Solana, which was approved for inclusion in an exchange-traded fund, is attracting investors. You are able to see for yourself that it has been inflowing for the past 5 days in a row, and it has a record number of inflows coming in for itself. I am demonstrating this because, once again, you should be aware that this is surely another initiative that you are aware of, and that we have been talking even in the most recent XRP updates. This is the reason why I am demonstrating this. There are parallels between XRP and Solana, and you are now aware of those similarities. You may have seen that comparisons are being drawn between the two. You are aware of what to watch out for, and whether or not you are going to see XRP simply offers us with a little bit of a better grasp with regard to the situation. In my opinion, it is going to be very interesting to see that you are conducting these sorts of statistics with relation to the exchange-traded fund that you are aware of being approved. But I would be interested in knowing what your personal thoughts are regarding ETFs. I would appreciate it if you could share your ideas with me in the comments section. Watch it for yourself. It is common knowledge that Grayscale has presented the Second Amendment to Form S1 for its Grayscale XRP Trust, which is a step forward in the process of converting it into a spot XRP exchange-traded fund. You're starting to see more amendments starting to be made, but on that note, major news coming out of Ripple, this morning, yesterday morning, institutional-grade asset custody just got supercharged. Placid offers a fast, scalable wallet solution ideal for on- and off-ramps and global corporate payments. This connection should be brought to your attention since it has the effect of accelerating the movement of value between Ripple payments and Ripple custody. The protected custody system is what makes the on-chain economy a reality. With the goal of ensuring safe storage and providing frictionless transfer, we are now working on the construction of the Internet of Value. Obviously, they have been successful in acquiring this wallet, which is yet another one that will go down in the history books. It is impossible to argue against this being a fact. In the future, we would like to offer a shout-out to our friend Smoke, who has mentioned that Ripple has a definite advantage over Stellar, Algorand, and Swift when it comes to blockchain payments. We would like to thank Smoke for his statement. Ripple's competitive advantage stems from the fact that it is the only platform that integrates real-time settlements, digital asset custody, and stablecoin liquidity into a single system. This is the root of the platform's competitive advantage. Ripple offers a comprehensive infrastructure that is customized to suit the requirements of corporations and financial institutions that place a premium on compliance and scale. Swift, Algorand, and Stellar each serve a certain function, but Ripple offers a full infrastructure that is tailored to meet the demands of these organizations. This is the documentation that pertains to this. Undoubtedly, this is the most important part. Now that we have that out of the way, let's have a look at what's going on with the price, since, without a doubt, it is the thing that everyone is interested in knowing. Determine for yourself who is the prevailing option. Considerable growth since the prior evening's events. The fact that we are experiencing supremacy and rising strength is something that you can see